Okay, so we're going to do problem number 1A from the 2014 for response. Let's get our brackets in there. And we're going to create a for loop because we said this over here on the outline. We need to iterate the entire string, avoiding out of bounds, going left to right. We said yes, the best way to do this would be a for loop starting at index of 1 for the length of the string, and of course add 1 to the variable using I++. So let's put that down right here. So int I is going to be equal to 1, as we said, and as long as I is less than word.length, and then we'll do I++. Alright, and that looks good for the for loop to iterate the entire string. So then let's look at what we have to do next, and that would be our if statement. So if what? Well, if we look at the outline we created, so our if statement is to check if we have an A followed by non-A. So that we use the substring method to break apart the string to be able to check that. So we'll do if word.substring and letter before our index. So we'll say I minus 1 to I dot equals A. Alright. And then we'll copy this because the next part is structured the same way. So then and word.substring, this time it's the index, so we'll say I to I plus 1 dot equals A, and then we'll put exclamation point in front of it because we want it not. So we have the A followed by non-A at the index. Then what do? We create the brand new word. So how are we going to create this brand new word? Let's look again at our outline to help us with that. Okay, so we said over here that we want to use substring to break our string into 4 parts and then reorder it, being the before, then our first letter, second letter, and then after. Alright, so let's see how we're going to do that. So we'll say once we have this if statement conditions, these are met, then we'll do word is going to be equal to what? Word is going to be equal to word.substring, and this is the before component, so we'll go from 0 to I minus 1, and that gives us the before our index component, or before our first swap letter. Then we have the first swap letter, so that will be word.substring, and it will be what we did over here, I to I plus 1. Alright, because it's switched with the letter before the index. And then we'll do word.substring for the second letter, I minus 1 to I. Alright, and now let's do the after component. So after component is going to be the rest of the string. So we'll do simply word.substring I plus 1. And we just leave it at that. We don't have to do a second parameter because it just knows to automatically go to the end of the string. Okay? So once we've done that, we want to do this final part here. We need add 1 to the counter variable. So once in doing that, it's going to skip over any already swapped letters. So we'll do I++. And so if the if statement conditions are met, then I will be iterated by 1 twice to make sure that it skips over any already swapped letters, because you don't want something to swap twice, because that would negate the swap that already occurred. Okay? And then we simply need to return what? Return the scrambled word. So let's clean this up quickly. So we have our if statement, our for. Alright, so then return word. So now let's look over what we've done here. Everything looks good. We have our for loop. And then we have the if statement to check, and we have the condition for the A followed by non-A. We have the brand new word created, again using substring also within the if statement. Then we have our I++, make sure we skip over already swapped letters, and return word. And if we look again our if statement, we forgot a parenthesis, so we'll add that. And then once we compile, everything should be good. Alright, compilation completed. If we run it, then we'll receive scrambled words. So that's how you solve problem number 1A from 2014 for response.